nVidia in the news with the G84 and G86 catastrophe. If you have a GPU based on the G84 or G86, you are, I hate to say it, but you're totally screwed. It affects both the desktop and the laptop parts. So how do you know if you have that GPU? Well, basically if you have an 8000 series video card, for laptops, if you have an 8700 or lower 8000 series video card, you're screwed. For desktop parts, if you have an 8600 part or lower, including an 8600 GTS, you are completely and totally screwed. Now, laptop counterparts are going to be affected much quicker, and the reason for that is due to power cycling. There's a bug in the chipset, the GPU or whatever, and they patched it and they created another bug, and the bug is affected by heat cycling. And heat cycles, it's a pretty simple concept. When you go into standby or hibernate, or you shut down the computer and the video card cools down and you turn it back on, you start using it, and it heats back up. That's a heat cycle. Of course, laptops are going to go through heat cycles much more often, and if I was at a normal latitude for my ethnicity, and not here in Florida, where it's like thundering lightning every day, my computer would be heat cycling about once a month, maybe not even that. So anyway, yeah. So if you have a desktop part and you notice your computer's been doing goofy stuff or it stopped working, there's a good chance that you're affected by that might be the reason. It doesn't matter if you haven't had any problems. Your card is affected if you have an 8600 series or lower. Yes, the 84, the 85, the 83, if there's an 82, they're all affected. Doesn't matter the GT, GTS, whatever. You have that number or lower, you're screwed. So anyway, yeah, that means complete replacements. Manufacturers have been replacing basically NVIDIA cards with ATI cards now, because there's no low-end cards that are, those are still being sold. There's no low-end cards that are out there right now for the 9000 series. And there's the 200X series, that's all high performance cards. Not that they're really that those cards increase the performance you would expect. I think we're looking at like 20 to 40% performance increase over the 8800 Ultra or something, and that was released like over a year ago. So yeah, NVIDIA is basically completely and totally screwed, which is about a 180, I suppose you could say, when the CEO was basically saying Intel was completely doomed because they're opening up their architecture to x86 programming. I'm not sure how that applies to you and I, but it's kind of interesting. So anyway, of course, NVIDIA's looking at huge losses. We're talking about probably over all their profit just gone. It might go in the red. If you have to replace all the video cards in the past 2 years, except for your high-end cards, and let's not forget that when ATI was gone from the game because of the, they got bought up by AMD, ATI didn't have anything. They were out like the 2900 XT or whatever. That was it. It was super hot. It needed a lot of power. It was a clunker, and they didn't come out with the 3000 series until early this year, 2008. So yeah, basically NVIDIA had a monopoly on DirectX 10 based video cards. Not that you have a reason to buy a DirectX 10 video card, because only noobs would be using Vista. So anyway, yeah. So if you cheaped out and you didn't get an 8800 GTS, about half a year ago before the 8800 GTs came out, and you didn't spend the $300 for a single card, Because remember, when a company has companies are in business to make profit. They're not there to break even or be in the red. They want to make money. You know, I go out and I pick someone's computer. I'm gonna charge enough so that I'm making some profit, or a good profit at least. So anyway, yeah. So they're looking at huge losses, and of course, Rambus is getting into the nVidia news now because obviously they see that they're going to be losing a lot of money, and nVidia is trying to keep this on the hush, and they're not going to be keeping it on the hush because they screwed up big time with their monopoly, and by charging people a huge amount of money for, I mean, if ATI had released a counterpart to the 8800 GTS, do you think you would have had to spend $300 for an 8800 GTS 320 meg card about a year ago? Of course you wouldn't have. So anyway, so Rambus is a patent troll, and if you don't know what a patent is, don't post it in the text comments. Look it up online. Go to Wikipedia, go to Google. Goodness sakes, people. Use the references. It's all there. I'm not going to sit here and tell you guys everything. Anyway, so patents. Okay, patent trolls. So, Rambus sees that NVIDIA is going to lose huge amounts of money. So obviously, they're suing them now, saying that NVIDIA infringes on their DDR patents and whatnot. It's a joke, but it gives you an example that if Rambus is going to be jumping on, to sue them now, and they obviously know that NVIDIA is in boiling water over this. And even if you don't know that they're in boiling water over this, we're probably going to see a release of a low-end and mid-range video cards to replace the 8000 series pretty soon. That's probably a new high priority for them, because the manufacturers like Dell, HP, and whatnot, they're replacing the bad NVIDIA parts with ATI parts now. So they need to make the profit and to keep in business. So anyway, so yeah, that's one of the news items I want to do. So maybe I'll get around to doing the Yahoo news item too. So anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys around. Take care, and good luck if you cheaped out or you ended up with a computer as a gift that had a cheap video card. So good luck. Thanks for watching.